the shape or the object, the exact same thing basically here that I'm doing with this transform matrix. Only difference would be that I would be renaming this thing to be modal matrix, and view matrix basically is for the viewing, like from camera location, and perspective is basically for the angle, from which perspective of the angle you are looking for, from which angle you are looking at the world. So we're gonna be doing that, and we basically do model time view time projection to basically add in our original vector, which is in the vertex header back over here. As you can see, we'll be removing this transform. So let's define few matrices. These are not vectors, by the way, these are matrices. And for the time being, I'm doing it outside GL matrix for model. And we do need to initialize it. And for view mat for we have a view, and I'm just gonna have it that actually we don't need to do this. We do not need to initialize the projection matrix. We only need to initialize the model and view matrix. So let's do this. Model will be equal to translate mode of model matrix, and what are we doing? Actually, my bad. I was supposed to rotate this thing at only like certain angle, because we are not actually to constantly rotate this thing, since we are already doing that. And what we need to do is basically have it tilt at certain angle to make it look 3D. Basically, what I wanna do is have it lay on the virtual ground. Right, there is an actual ground, but I wanna have it laid down on the ground to make it look like it's like laying down on the ground, but it won't actually be, just gonna be rotate it at that angle. So rotate, and we wanna rotate model matrix, and we wanna do vector 4. Actually vector 3 is fine. I wanna do 0.0 and 0.0, and oh my bad, again another miscalculation. Radians at angle, which we need to give in degree, and I'm gonna do 45.08, and I rotate vector with lava axis, and that I'm gonna do it, and actually yeah, I think this is fine. We need to do the model and view matrix. For view we need to have it, I think they're supposed to be look at, but I don't think we can have that look at namespace GLM matrix. We do not need to do that. Let me just, so We are doing this, so I'm gonna be rotating this thing on XYZ axis and at 45-degree angle. And with view, I'm gonna set the, well, we're gonna be just translating this thing. Translate view with 3 minus 3.0 here, and we have the projection matrix will be equal to perspective P after. What? What is the spelling? Spelling. How am I getting the spelling down? Perspective. Finally got the spelling right. So with perspective, we first need to define the angle. We need to like give the angle at which we want to look at, and we need to give the aspect ratio and near and far plane. So what I'm thinking here is I wanna give like 45-degree angle, and aspect ratio would be width divided by height, and I just need to type pass this into the code, and it should be fine. And I'm gonna do 0.1 and 1 0. This should be fine. I'm gonna change this angle to, actually I'm keeping this on for the time being, and we have this set, and all we need to do is send this to, well, the vertex shader. So let's do that. And we just need to GL position, color texture. What we need to do here is, should I do this first, or actually, you know what? I'm gonna do this first. Then we're gonna do model. Model time view time projection, and then the transform, and then this. I'm not sure how well this is going to work, but I will find out. Let's send that to the uniform. We have to do it after the shader has been activated. Basically, shader is in use. So I'm gonna do it before we draw it. So here we are drawing the transform 1, transform shape 2. So I'm gonna do it before that. Vertex shader. uniform 4 by 4 float and it's a vector. All right, we have count for one and we are sending in the shader here, vertex shader, and there is a problem. Inform matrix over and we are done. And this thing accepts a lot of parameters. I believe we have this thing here, and obviously count one false because we don't want to consider it, and value PTR of and it should be good to go. Only problem would be with this transform matrix, which I'm not sure how this is going to behave, but we'll find out. So I'm not sure what is going on here, but I think there's something wrong. So just to make it easy to see, I'm gonna remove these dry and information switching from transform. These We have our transform, scale, rotate, send it there, and draw. We can do that something here, but here we're not doing anything else, we're just doing this. And I'm gonna be removing the transform from right here. And since I'm not using this thing anymore, I'm gonna comment this out. Let's see. Looks like it seems to have some meters. And there we have it. Alright, just give me a second. And this is what we get. I'm just gonna change few coordinates a little bit, and then we'll see we get. Let's have this thing at -2.5 degree, and instead of having this to be on y and z, I'm just gonna have one x-axis, and this is gonna be -3, and we have 0.1 and 100 width divided by height, and 1245 degree viewing angle. I'm gonna make it 0.5 and replace this with 0.5. Oh no, right, okay. Um, do I have any better login to it? Also, this one also doesn't find it. Okay, alright. So we are done with that, and let's see what it is. And it looks okay. It looks okay. Those coordinates are definitely small, and it's clearly flat on the ground, and it looks okay, I guess. So we are having the color change. Obviously, we are not gonna be stopping that. Right? Uh, we don't actually need to stop anything. And this part, it was doing in a 2D plane. Result was somewhat similar, but here we are doing it a bit nicely. We were doing the exact same thing over there, but we haven't really had as much flexibility as we have with this. And we can control, like here with model we can scale, rotate, or do other translation thing. But with view we explicitly translate only for view, like the camera position. Explicitly for that we can do a lot more, but as you can see right now we are only doing explicitly for camera position. And projection is basically for viewing angle, to look at the world at certain angle, like FOV, field of view. You look at the world at 45-degree angle.